everyone, welcome and welcome back to my channel. As you can see, this is in another unusual setting for me because, as I've told you, I'm going over to London for the big opening of the exhibition that I'm part of. So today is the big day. I am all by myself. It's the first time I'm traveling all on my own in a very long time actually, so it's a funny feeling. And first time I'm taking the train to go to London. I initially wanted to film all those beautiful views of Paris from the window of the Uber, like all the cool Instagrammers and influencers do. But then my Uber actually never showed up, and I got a cancellation after cancellation, so I had to take the metro. Quite a bit less glamorous, wouldn't you say? Anyway, we're here for the rough and artsy stuff, so no glamorous views of Paris here. No, actually the real reason is we have a bit of a scandal, going on here, involving some bed bugs in the metro. Yeah, this is how low Paris has sunken. I really didn't want to risk bringing some bed bugs with me, but, well, fingers crossed. I didn't lean on anything in the metro, so it should be fine, right? Tell me it should be fine. Anyway, I've passed all the controls, so now I'm waiting like a gazillion other people with me to board the Eurostar. I'm quite a bit ahead of time actually, because this is, I don't know, are you the same? It's like with every year I'm getting more and more stressed out by keeping a schedule when traveling, and I have these unreasonable fears of not catching the train and not waking up, so I end up going to bed at 2 a.m. in the quite unrealistic hope that I might make it through the night and stay up, and that way be sure that I'm not, ignoring my alarm clock in the morning and that I'm on time. I don't know, I never had that before. It's like last couple of years actually that it's getting aggravated. So now, before you think I'm a complete psycho, I am changing the subject. Let's talk about my plans. So obviously we are Thursday now. The opening is on Friday and I'm going back on Saturday. Once again, I didn't want to arrive on the day in order to avoid risking there being a problem with a train or something and me not making it in time. You see where I'm going. Today I thought I'd check out the museums that I didn't get the chance to visit the last time, and the same for tomorrow morning, and I also got the whole morning and afternoon of Saturday, so this leaves me with quite a bit of time to do everything that I wanted to. I thought of staying closer to the hotel tomorrow in order to be able to jump out of the museum and go back to the hotel and refresh myself before going to the opening. So I think today and Saturday I might rather explore all the museums and highlights that are further away from the hotel. So I was thinking maybe the Victoria and Albert Museum for today, and there's another gallery that had a French name that is also close by. I can't remember, Courtauld, is it? I'm not sure. I'm working on the plan. I still have a lot of time whilst I'm in the train in order to finesse it out. But yes, that was my thinking. So the British Museum for tomorrow, and that way if I'm not done with everything I wanted to see tomorrow, I can stay close to the hotel and thus to King's Cross on the day of the departure, which might actually be a good idea, so I can pop back into the British History Museum and it should be fine. Yeah, I think I will tell you more when I'm there and when I will have figured out what to do. I'm taking you with me and showing you everything that I think might be of interest to you and be worth showing. Right, Now I'm gonna shut up and I see you when I get to London. Bye. Okay guys, I arrived at the hotel. Luckily enough, my room was already ready, so I have now left my luggage here and freshened up a little bit. And I'm going to go out to the Victoria and Albert Museum for today. It seems quite big, so I think I'm going to do only this for today. Also, it is already like 2 p.m. It closes about 5:45. So I'm starting slow. If I see something in relation with my art or something inspiring, of course I will turn on the camera and show you everything. See you then. Well then, let's start with my favorite period. Here we have a tapestry that I find absolutely stunning. I love the representation of the ship here, very graphical one. And then there is another one here, but it's not upside down, but you have to turn around to see it. So you have warriors, here, sitting in another boat, and then another figure that sticks out, so I think it's maybe the ornament on the ship. And I also love the oak here. I absolutely love these medieval representations that are stylized but also very graphical. So I'm thinking about how I can maybe reinterpret this in my linos. I will give it a think. What always catches my eye are the representation of animals in the medieval period. I think they are so whimsical and so very graphic. Look at this horn here. How many that are engraved here. So this is what I absolutely love in the medieval iconography. I will definitely think about how I can maybe get inspired by this and incorporate them into my lino prints. This is so beautiful. And look at this candle holder. So this is supposed to be an elephant. I mean, isn't this just hilarious? Here we have a siren, which I find very interesting. Here, another one that I love. We have a dragon. Finally, some game pieces that are really stunning as well. On the left we have a dragon one. This is just a man, I believe, personification of the constellation Serpentarius. Oh, okay. And my absolute favorite is a man riding a griffin here. So symbolic, so stylized. I will think about some mythological representations, maybe through lino. I think this would be a very suiting medium to do that. Whilst religious representations are not a form of art that my heart particularly beats for, I absolutely adore the way that the plants are represented in this tapestry. Again, so very simplified forms, so graphical, so stylized, but it works so incredibly well. I don't know what I am going to do with this, but my God, this rose bush is stunning. I will have to find a way to incorporate this in my future artwork. Look at this stunning marriage chest. How incredible is it? that we have still all the colors nearly so well preserved. And I love these equestrian representations, as well as the couple standing around a tree. Such beautiful, symbolic, and so impactful. This is really what strikes me in medieval art, is that it is so simplified. Every representation is simplified to its essential form and colors, and it works, and is so powerful. So these are textiles from the 13th century, and it immediately made me think of some of William Morris's designs. And I think it's important to recall that that is what the movement in the 19th century was all about, is to bring back some elements of medieval and Renaissance art into the 19th century. Isn't the resemblance really striking? The bowl shows an ape riding a stag through a forest in a playful scene from a lost romance or folk tale. This is interesting. And what a shame that it is a lost folk tale. I would have loved to know more about it and have the history behind it. Here we have a casket with a hunting scene. Again, I love how this intricate design combines some oak leaves and the stags and the hounds, as well as the hunters. Such a beautiful design. And we have the knights and the ladies participating in the hunt. A well, I suppose. Gorgeous. I only have ever seen this in a reproduction, and I'm so happy to discover this live. I'm so sorry for the reflection. I don't seem to manage to show it to you properly. There's so low lighting. So this is a miniature of a young man amongst roses. Apparently a young courtier declaring his devotion to the queen, because it's her colors that I use, so black and white, as well as the eglantine rose that is one of the symbols of Queen Elizabeth I. I absolutely love this color combination. It is so simplistic and still so effective and very impactful. The contrast between the black and the white, completed with this very vibrant, bright green, bluish green. Incredible. I love this. And the details on it. Let me try to get a close-up. Can you see all the leaves? And here up top, it looks like if his cape was embroidered, but it is actually just the eglantine rose bush that is going up. Lovely. If you ask me, this is one of the loveliest portraits of Mary, Queen of Scots. It was painted by Clouet, a French painter who's really, well, a portraitist. He's very well known for all of his royal portraits, and this is just another stunning example of his work. So contrasted, so regal. Again, we have a quite limited color palette here, and it is very, very impactful. And look at the pearls, how they are standing out. I believe it is very little white is used here in a translucent layer, so you only really have the highlight of the pearl, and the rest of it sunken into the darkness. That is the background and the shadows in which half of the figure is immersed. Incredible. Fortunately, it was too noisy to record anything in this room, so I have to do a small voiceover. What I like most about this embroidery are those little whimsical motifs of leaves and mythological beasts, as well as an absolutely adorable scene of a hare running towards a house. This is the style that I would like to experiment with for my future look. I think we will need to talk about this incredible cabinet that was painted by no other than William Morris. You can see here him illustrating the legend of Saint George and the Dragon, and it is painted in oil on gilded mahogany, pine and oak. Well, you now all know that I am a big lover of art movement of the end of the 19th century and the Pre-Raphaelites, and of course of William Morris, both his literary work and his tapestry, all the decorative art and paintings. It's incredible. I love it how he channeled the medieval style and brought it nearly 1,000 years back into the future. Isn't this incredible? I love how the colors contrast between the red of her dress, the gold of the armor, or rather of the brocade on top of the armor, and the green, the bluish green of the woods, of the dark forest behind them. There again on the left you have the greens, the reds and the golds. Absolutely stunning. And now let me show you my absolute favorite painting of the Victoria and Albert Museum, which is done by Andrew McCallum. It is not only an absolutely stunning artwork, but it has also a very interesting story to tell. For years it hung on a stairwell in the Victoria and Albert until a conservator noticed that all was not as it seemed. You see, the title is In Sherwood Forest, Nottinghamshire, Winter Evening After Rain, but the bracken and leaves on the forest floor were covered in frost. The conservator thus wondered if this was really the effect McCallum had intended. And after having taken a closer look under the microscope, they realized that the frost was caused by what they call an efflorescence, a white substance which is basically the result of a chemical reaction between the different layers of all the oil paints. To prevent this from happening again, the conservator removed a small paint sample, which helped finding a solution to safely remove the frost. Thanks to this keen observation and thoughtful analysis, we can all now enjoy this painting as it was originally intended by Andrew McCallum. Alright, I would say this is a wrap for today. It is 5:30 and I'm just about finished. It's ginormous. It is ginormous. It's my fault in a way because I didn't really follow the signs and walk through in no particular order. Well, that's not entirely true. I stick to the different periods, but nevertheless. So there was a risk that I was going to miss out on some exhibition items, but I think I pretty much done everything and seen everything that there was to see. And then I was going into the museum bookshop and I saw a postcard of Rossetti's painting, Daydream, I believe it was called. And it was like, did I just miss the only Pre-Raphaelite painting on display in the V&A? This can't happen, so I asked one of the workers of the V&A if she could kindly point me real quickly so I can at least see it before I go out. And she was like, oh no, I'm so sorry, but it's not on display right now because obviously the collection is so huge that they have to rotate it. And obviously when I'm in London, the peripheral paintings are not on display. That is, as luck would have it. Same thing actually happened with, was it the Portrait Gallery or the National Gallery? I can't remember. But there was a, was it Waterhouse? No, wait. A Burne-Jones painting, I believe, that was supposed to be there and was not on display. So no luck. But anyway, I was not even aware that it was supposed to be here, so I can't objectively, rationally be disappointed. So I'm trying to convince myself here that, that it is not. I'm not disappointed. I just will have to come back and pop in and see whether they've taken the Rossetti out of their archives, apparently. Why would you do that? Why? I mean, they are so rare. There are so few Preraphaelite paintings in the world, and even in the UK. Come on, why would you put them in storage? Why? Never mind. Next time. So, I'm through with my program for today. I think I will look for a place where I can grab a bite and then go back to the hotel.
This is where the first part of my London adventure is ending, and I hope that you enjoyed coming along with me. If you did, please join me in my next video next Wednesday, where my London vlog will resume. We'll explore the British History Museum and the opening night of the Holy Art Gallery's exhibition, featuring 2 of my paintings. Thank you ever so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video. Cheers!